Today we have Mr. Manoj Padmanaban, founder of Born and Nosh Restaurants with us. He's been our client for almost a decade now, and we're just going to go on a walk down the memory lane with him as to how he started, how things were during COVID, and how it is today, and what we're going to be looking forward to. So I'm going to pick your brains and ask you to go down the memory lane. So 2016 is when you started investing with us. How was your first meeting when you met Niranjan and Shyam? What was running through your head? And tell us how that meeting went. Like, because I was not a part of it. I came in a little later. So
quite surprising, right? I'm extremely impatient guy. If you look at my career graph, also this is my third career. I started as a tech sales guy, then I dabbled with my family business in finance. I've been a tech entrepreneur, and now I'm running restaurants. So for me to stay 10 years with one house and being patient, I've never been patient initially, but now being patient and all this stuff, I think it's a fundamental trust, right? And also it took a long time for us to even understand each other.
Yeah.
The first 2 years and all, it's like for me, investment is like today also, if I go and watch a Korean language without subtitles, that's how it feels. So my idea of investment was all FD. And also there's a lot of reflection of a personal characteristics into investment, right? Correct. I'm extremely risk averse when it comes to personal money, and I'm extremely risky. I'll take risky propositions
I think we've seen that
in the business. So I never had money. First of all, in the making money is something unheard, new concept for me. The only comparison I had is FD, because that's what I'm used to, or I've seen. So when I walked in, this is something new.
Right.
But I had a very, how do I say, promising conversation. And I had a lot of false promises that I made to myself, that as if I'm going to give you 1 rupee and you're going to give me back like 10 rupees in a short time. Because always you see people talking about their successful shares that they bought and sold. Never talk about failures.
Yes.
So it's very mixed feeling when I first met you guys.
Funnily, Niranjan always quotes, "Success has many parents and failure has an orphan."
So when I walked in, I did not have much of exposure and experience. So I was very skeptical. But one thing it gave me comfort is when I met Shyam, I met Niranjan, there is a lot more bandwidth you guys gave. So I didn't feel like I'm walking into an organization which has maybe 3,000 crores worth. I don't know the numbers then. It did not make me feel little.
Right.
The kind of attention and the kind of patience that they had, how many ever times they explained, and making me understand what a mutual fund is, where the money is going to be deployed, how it's going to be done. I feel it's beautiful. Like 10 years, I've changed as a person.
Yes, I know. I've seen that entire change.
And I've learned a lot. And I feel I'm not somebody who keeps shopping around. I go to the same place, I eat the same food, while I build fancy lifestyle-based businesses. I keep things simple when it comes to me. That way, I thought was very straightforward for me.
Okay, so I am going to recall some memories that, when initially we met. Today I was looking before we were shooting an email that you had sent us in 2018. I think you were still getting acquainted to how equity works, because we follow a long-term process, right? We don't do anything in the short term. So even though we started in 2016, in 2018, it was still a bit of a botheration for you. You had told us FD is doing better than MF. What is the trajectory for this and all of that? So it's also gratifying for us to see like in a film, they call it a character arc, right? For you, the investor arc from where we started and where we are today, I think it has been a complete shift. Today, I think you barely have anything in fixed income as an exposure, and you're like fully invested in equity and your business. And I'm also going to talk about once you became comfortable. So 2018, we had all those conversations.
That is also because for you, long term is 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
For me, long term was 1 year. So there is a clear mismatch in what is to expect.
Correct.
And I was I was looking basically for a lottery because that's what I thought mutual funds or shares is.
That's also a public perception, right?
Right. I've never been used to making money because I've always been in the system of putting work, effort, making money, enjoying it, and then going back to. I'm more of a hunter profile because of sales. So I don't. I did not understand what was long term. I did not understand how long to wait. So I came here with the wrong perception, maybe. So,
probably, yeah. But I'm glad that we set it right, and we are 10 years later talking here. We also did an entire financial planning exercise. So we started with mutual funds primarily. We built your portfolio, gave you that confidence. And later on, we jumped into the financial planning exercise where we took a stock of your finances end to end. And I know personally that gave you a lot of clarity.
Comfort
and
also.
You also went on to quote that this is something like my will, right?
Yeah.
Like if something were to happen to me, then the people just need to know what where is and give you guys a call and everything is sorted. So how did that benefit you? And we also did this around the time COVID was happening. And I know 2016 to 2020, you spent a good time with us. You were also one of the first investors who participated when the dip happened in COVID in the month of March. So what was running through your head? And I know that even from a career perspective, 2020, 2021, there was a shift happening. So how did all these things make you look at investing and money at that point?
Sure. Let me think back, right? See, when you guys did the financial planning, it was haphazard. See, I had some historic debts. I had some historic real estate pieces sitting here and there. So for me to have like a nice dashboard that really helped. And since I come from a sales background, for me it's all about target.
Yeah.
Once I set a target, okay, I want to sell this, I want to keep this. This is okay. You want so much money for me to grow from here to there. Then I was able to see everything in one sheet.
Correct.
And also, as you rightly said, that became like one scorecard. Like I'm a single child. My wife is a single child. My son is a single child. We have a lot of, during COVID, all of us had questions in mind. What's going to happen, stuff. So it was helpful for me to pass on to a few trustworthy friends saying that, hey, you know what? This is what I have.
Yeah.
And it's also the mindset. I've always had the mindset of feeling rich here. It could be 10 rupees, it could be 100 rupees. I always felt rich the way I consumed life. That is where it gave me the confidence and comfort. Oh, you know what? Without knowing this itself, I felt rich.
Yeah.
That made me
it was
feel
on paper,
and that helped. Also, what it helped is you guys made me think of what is my future planning. Okay, then whatever I blabbered, I would say in 2020 or 21, 22, all the goalposts changed now.
Yes, completely.
I wanted to retire when I sold my company, right? Retirement, in my opinion, is something that I want to do something that I like. I did not understand. I thought retirement means I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to build a company, that type of retirement. But then I figured out retirement is something that I want to do what I like. That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, most people today call it as financial freedom.
Financial freedom. I work. I really enjoy my work. I build restaurants. I run restaurants. So back in the mind, there were ideas or question marks saying that, do I have protection for my family? Do I have that? I think that I transferred that stress to you guys. I've told you this money is for this.
Correct.
This is what I'm building. And beyond that, you guys take care.
Yeah.
Goalposts started shifting as the portfolio grew.
Correct.
I hardly took anything out, I guess.
Yes,
Initially, when I used to come and say, in 2024, give me this. I want to buy house and all that stuff. I think once you grow older, the maturity kicks in. I've never, not that I've made money elsewhere and upgraded my lifestyle or something, but definitely that helps you understand where I'm going. The planning definitely helps. And we keep revisiting that plan and said, okay, I've sold this. Can I give you this money? When do you want money? And also one thing I really like it, the consistency of people. You've been handling my portfolio for the last 7-8 years, I guess. you pretty much know me as family, and I also know you as family now. So you know when my son is going to college.
Yes, yes.
I don't have to tell you when an opportunity kicks in. You give me a year bandwidth.
Correct.
This year I may want this much money from you. If you do this, this will help you to achieve this goal in life. I think it's vice versa. So that comfort, that convenience, and then also sometimes when I have this idea, okay, what's happening with metal? When I hear, I don't have any other portfolio outside, right? So when I hear some news, I'll just send you a message and saying, hey, what you said, this is how much we have in such ideas.
Correct.
That gives comfort. So I feel it's grown more into a personalized portfolio management rather than it's a company that I'm dealing with.
More, not very transactional.
Not very transactional. I don't know whether that's sustainable and that's what portfolio companies should do, but I'm comfortable with this.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to talk a little bit about market volatility, right? Obviously, when you started, you had more in fixed income, lesser in equity. Slowly, that has shifted to a vice versa position today. And we just did see last 45-day period where markets were really volatile. What gave you peace of mind? And how did you handle that? How should investors be handling that in your opinion? Because it's similar to a COVID-like situation where there's a lot of uncertainty, there are a lot of uncontrollable factors which is not in our hands, and also given that you're in the restaurant business, there was stress during that period there as well. So if you could just talk a little bit about that.
I feel ignorance plays a very important role in this. I don't argue on stuff that I don't know. I don't get deeper into stuff that I don't understand. So I've given it to you guys, and I've seen the cycle happening. During COVID, volatility was there. When I was able to invest during COVID, that benefit was shown in 23, 24, 25 times.
Correct.
So when again an volatility happens, I also understand that there is opportunity.
Yeah.
Not sure whether I had the money to give, but at the same time, I know that you guys will sell off few ideas, deploy it back, redeploy the cash positions. That's the comfort. That's the comfort, and also familiarity and ignorant about a lot of things that I don't know. It's okay. It's okay not to know everything.
And now I'm going to ask you about future from here. We have shifted, of course, like you mentioned, goalposts a couple of times. We have a new milestone that we are working for you towards. So what are you looking forward to? And how would you want our association to get better, if you have any feedback for us? And
It's actually, I've changed as a person. Like, I'm not looking for magic to happen, right? And also I know that what time frame these things could happen. I don't know who told me this. The best performing portfolio is a dead person's portfolio. Like, don't touch it, don't do anything to it, leave it like that. So I've started building lifestyle-based requirements outside this portfolio. So for me, future is, I don't know what's future.
Correct.
So you can't plan everything for future. This is, it will perform better as long as I keep it untouched, as long as I invest when there is opportunity. But obviously there are situations, like you also know, when I needed the money, when I was opening a new business where I need capital, I come to you guys, and you were able to sell off underperforming ideas and gave me the money. So this is just a comfort and safety net for me. And also for future planning, I don't know what retirement is right now. So I feel just leave it to the experts, watch the game, and just go to them when you
continue serving Chennai good food.
that for sure. That for sure. And this association is quite strong. And I've been recommending you guys for a lot of people.
Yes, thank you for that.
People are starting small.
Yeah.
All I tell them is be patient.
Correct.
Be patient. And if you go wear your hat, I keep telling people, say, just because you know to drive and you have a driver, just don't drive. like let them drive, right? So that's what is happening, and wish you guys all the best.
Thank you so much for taking the time off to do this for us. And I think it has been very gratifying for us also to see you change as an investor, your perceptions and your growth. And thank you for allowing us to be a part of the journey and taking care of your finances.
Pleasure. I wish I thought very best.
Thank you.
And one, not an advice, I would say a friendly, friendly banter to any fellow investors like me is just be patient, and rest I thought will take.
Thank you. Thank you so
Pleasure.
much.